Good evening, everyone, and thank you for staying with us. I'm Tim Lake.
And I'm Elisa Streeter. When you're dealing with petroleum and pipelines, leaks are bound to occur.
But environmentalists argue now that companies are not cleaning up, and they say they are seeing little action from state government to help. News 10 ABC Capitol correspondent Nick Perot has the story.
Good evening. We're going to start off tonight by showing you this map which highlights gas spillages and leakages from pipelines and storage facilities, including right here at the Port of Albany.
The scale of the pollution is simply staggering. It's just hard to believe. It stretches from Olean, New York, all the way to Bayonne, New Jersey.
What started as looking at one pipeline leak in the southern tier led to a statewide analysis for Walter Hang's environmental firm in Ithaca.
And it was never cleaned up to the applicable standards.
That pipeline, though, is not alone. Looking at DEC's own data, Hang found over 3,500 spills from gas stations alone, another 10 from large tanker storage facilities. Hang says the spills have been known about, some for decades, but the cleanups failed to meet state standards.
I found sites, for example, in Rochester, New York, almost 20 feet of oil that has never been cleaned up to the state standards.
Hang deals with numbers, not patience. Common sense says oil seeping 20 feet deep underground, left untreated for years near suburbs is not good.
What we're hoping is that these kinds of issues will be addressed, that the governor and regulators crack the whip on responsible parties, the responsible parties pay for their cleanup, lawmakers hold hearings, the public gets engaged.
This work just happened to look at ExxonMobil, the largest oil company in New York State, but advocates say the main focus should be on the state's Department of Conservation.
The companies are just dragging their feet. They're not really cleaning up. They're studying everything to death. They're losing notes.
Hang points to past statements from the DEC saying they had worked with companies to comply with state standards, but says their own data prove that's not happening.
We're just not making the kind of progress that's required.
In Albany, Nick Perot, News 10 ABC.
By the way, the DEC responded with a statement late today saying, in part, quote, "To discredit our staff's commitment is an irresponsible act by a few headline grabbers to shamefully feed New Yorkers with misinformation."